Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly reading. Let's get started, my friends, and see what messages we have for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and wishing you all a very happy new year. Okay, let's get started. For Sagittarius. Okay, reading starting off with the Page of Wands in reverse and the Death card in reverse on the bottom of the deck. What are you resisting, my friends? Sagittarius, what are you resisting? Something here is trying to show you a new way, a new motivation, a new intention, but we need to get on board if we're going to see this through. Death card in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse is interesting. It always makes me think of sort of having a bit of a tantrum. You know, I get this card a lot sometimes when I'm resisting things, and it always kind of makes me laugh because I think of myself laying on the floor in a bank and just flailing around because I can't accept that something's not going in the way that I might think it needs to, you know? And certainly with the Death card in reverse, it's like there can be this energy of knowing that something has to move in a different direction, that there's an ending or a shift that has happened that no longer allows me to walk along the same path. And I might be resisting that. Let's see. Chariot. Something's not moving in the direction you want it to. And Ace of Cups is almost saying, I got you. Trust me. Like, let this shift happen. Don't put the brakes on it. Don't be that kid in the bank who's tired and cranky and just can't take it anymore. Trust this. This may be better than you think, actually. You know, it may feel like a big change. Sometimes just the idea of change isn't welcome, right? You know, sometimes we just want to maintain the status quo, but this is telling me that you might be able to discover something about yourself that feels like a new beginning if you can allow something else to go. Yeah, look at that. Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups in reverse. You're still digging your heels in with that Eight of Cups in reverse, but the Wheel of Fortune's confirming, you know, you might be thinking that something is awesome the way it is. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying, if you can leave this beach, I'll show you just how out of balance things are right now. And that moving forward is the way to get to that Ace of Cups we just saw that was upright. So it really feels like it's time to let go of something here, Sag, and to trust that moving forward is going to bring in something that feels like a celebration. Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, but that comes with some movement here in the Knight of Pentacles that feels like it's deliberately moving in a new direction, where our movement is being guided to be very much like one day at a time, one step at a time, because it's a new path. This is a brand new path for you. You just might not want to end that previous path, Empress, because it may have been something that gave you a lot of, you know, acknowledgement, recognition. You know, some of you may be moving along a new path and feeling like I can't let go of what I was focused on, what I was doing. Perhaps it's a new role in the material world, a new way of expressing that part of yourself, but you may have become a bit attached to the old version of you. Not old, but like previous, right? And it may have been that it was a cycle that really allowed you to get a lot of acknowledgement and recognition. So you might be thinking, well, why would I want to let go of that? But it might just be time. It might just be time to explore something new about yourself. A new path. Yeah, Ten of Wands. You're done with something, my friends. It's time to immerse yourself in something new. You're being guided to master a new aspect of yourself. A new part of yourself is asking for discovery and saying, I'm confirming to you that we're done with this cycle. So, you know, it's funny. This actually is an interesting message because it almost does feel like let's say you're used to identifying yourself in one way, even though it's starting to not feel very fulfilling anymore. The heat's just going to get turned up even more until you start to try to master a new craft, a new way of expressing yourself is asking for your attention right now. You know, even moving forward, it feels like the heat's going to get turned up a little bit on this Page of Wands to be motivated to stop something and start something different. This is a lane change. You're changing lanes, and the Wheel of Fortune is trying to get you to let go of something that you may have an emotional attachment to, because, you know, it may have really defined you up until now, but now there's a new concept coming in to define parts of you. Lover's card coming out. This is a choice that feels like it's going to be very authentic in how it gets expressed, and there may even be some new folks that you get to align with. Your energy may be complementary to something else here. And 10 of Wands in reverse can be, you know, it's just no longer sustainable to try to juggle everything you're holding right now. You can't give yourself to everything. That 8 of Pentacles we saw here makes me think it's time to really focus down. You're being guided to sort of devote yourself and dedicate yourself to a new path, and it may be even bringing in new people, new folks for you to align with. I wonder if you're feeling that now, this idea that you're just no longer connecting to that experience, that phase of your life anymore, and the people that go along with that phase. You know, you're evolving, and you need to sort of trust that. Magician coming out as the outer energy, saying, you know, whatever you decide, I'll bring it for you, in the sense that the printer's always printing. Whatever I focus my energy on is what's going to show up. But the 3 of Wands in reverse is saying, but there's something bigger here for us. Like, we can keep doing this over and over again, but I can't help but think that 3 of Wands is saying you're not appreciating that what might come next might be really a new part of yourself that's trying to emerge, and to give it room to breathe, because it's like a new part of you is actualizing here, Sagittarius. I wonder what you're ready to let go of, or what you're being guided to let go of that you might not be ready yet. The Moon. Yeah, there's a big transformation here, and you might be emotionally feeling a little bit despondent around the transformation, the change. Like I was saying, sometimes we don't like change. We like routine. We like patterns. We like things to be predictable sometimes. And, you know, in this reading, I'm feeling like that's getting shaken up a bit. The wheel is turning. The energy of the Moon is trying to show you that you need to reflect within about this transformation and why you're resisting it. Death card in reverse started the reading with the Page of Wands. There's a change you're resisting. Yeah, look at that. Sun card coming out with Judgment right after the Moon, to say you're not seeing the full potential of something that's been trying to come in. You're not seeing the full potential of it because you're hanging on to the old model, and there's something here that's new that really wants to come to the surface. And I wonder if you set the intention for it, but you didn't expect it to have so much change attached to it. Isn't that the way, right? We may have set an intention that we want more fulfillment in our life. We want more ease and natural energy around fulfillment, but we might not have realized that that means a lot of things in our life need to change, because they're not going to bring that energy in for us as is. So it's almost like you set the intention, but you might not have realized how much change is going to be involved in this. And now you're resisting the change, even though it brings in exactly the intention you may have set for yourself. You know, it's interesting. It may be something around even the idea that it's a new year. You may have made some intentions in the new moon that happened on December 30th. And now the universe is aligning to your intentions, and you may be resisting the change that's coming through. That's very interesting, actually. That's kind of an interesting message, that the shifts that bring in the new motivation are the very same that you're resisting right now. But these are trying to bring in a new vibration around your emotions. And yeah, like the Poised card showing up in reverse is like, I'm not ready. I don't want to. You know, Page of Wands is, again, it's that kid on the bank floor having a tantrum going, but I don't want to be here. I don't want this. But it's like, well, then, you know, then I guess we're going to stay in the stagnant energy and let the heat get turned up until there's a full-blown moment where we either surrender or we just stay in that energy that feels a bit stagnant. That's interesting. Yeah, clean it up. Also in reverse. We don't want to get rid of something that we need to. We're hanging on to something here that we have an emotional attachment to, and it's got to go. For some of you, it might be a relationship. For some of you, it might be an experience that you no longer feel resonates with your authentic self. For some of you, it may be that you set an intention, and now that that intention is trying to turn and redirect you, you're resisting it. So depending on where this fits for you, the guidance is the same. Trust it. Let the shift happen. It's the truth. It's the truth about something. You can't deny that. And there's your fork in the road, the redirection. The redirection is true, and it's time to trust it, my friends. You may be underestimating how positive this is going to be and how much it's going to be in alignment with you. If it's a relationship, if it's an experience, an activity that you were involved in. For some reason, I'm feeling for some of you, it's something with that Empress and Six of Wands. It's some kind of role or hat you used to wear, and you're still wearing it, but it's time to stop wearing it. It's time to discover yourself in a new path. Be it relationship, be it work, be it an activity that you were doing, be it just a way of identifying yourself. It's like it's time to let that go and to move forward in a new way. Yeah, change in the wind. You know, you can't run from this stuff. If something's changing, it's changing. We either get on board or we get really uncomfortable. Something is no longer for you. The not for you card on the bottom is confirming that. And it feels like the Judgment card in reverse with the Sun is also trying to say, you're not looking at the full potential of this. You're just focused on maybe the aspect that change is uncomfortable. But this feels like it has the potential to be a very aligned new beginning for you, Sagittarius. A whole new expression of your authentic self, wanting to break through. Amazing. Okay, lots of reflection here. Lots of things to reflect on for you, Sag. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon, my friends. Take care. Sending you so much love and light.